riding my bicycle on the beach because the sand is stiff enough for it. If the sand gets too soft or like quicksand, which it does here, but not too bad, just a little bit of sinking. On days like that, you can't really ride your bike, or even going jogging. You can, but normally the beach is pretty wide enough, but today on the real busy vacation season, people even come out here with their cars. You see them driving their cars up and down the beach, some of them even doing road ripping donuts and stuff. A lot of them getting stuck in the sand, their tires digging in, and then they dig themselves out or have another car pull them. But that half of the beach is the active side, and once you cross the rock berms, the last of them, there's 3 of them, the last of them in the forefront of the view there, you get into the desolate section. It's just coconut trees, bush, a cow herding back there. From here you don't usually see them, but on the other side of the sandbar, where the vegetation starts, on a day when the wind's coming from that direction, you can smell them, the cows grazing. There's a road on the other side of the berm. If you ever drive it, you might see them. I think the road stops right about where the houses stop. And from here onwards, it's just coconut and jungle, probably no roads. And you keep going and going. The beach goes for quite a while. And you see that hump of vegetation. There's actually a river that pours out into the sea right there, right where that rock is. There's a river that empties out into the ocean right there. And so that's really the end of the beach, unless you want to cross the river outlet and start all over again. There's more beach. Anyway, I'm heading that direction right now and start another video when I get to the lookout over the river outlet. So I made it to the other side of the beach. This is, you can see the outcropping straight ahead. That's where one river empties into the ocean. So you can follow the beach all the way to that outcropping, and then it's blocked by the outflow of the river. If you want to cross the wide opening, I don't know, in a canoe, surfboard, or fly, or whatever you got, there's more beach to be had on the other side. But generally this beach has its limits at that outcropping, and on the far side here, this outcropping right here, they pile up rocks to create a barrier, and the barrier is, do a little rock hopping here to get up there. And this is really low tide, so normally the water is high enough to have all of the sand. I mean, literally comes up to the rocks here. The sand that you see is rare. This is a very low tide. Oh, look at that iguana. Iguana sunning himself. I think I disturbed him. And the best place to spot iguanas are on these black rocks, especially in the morning when they're slow and sluggish from the cool nights. They hop up on the black rocks in the morning to catch the sunrise, to warm up their body, get their metabolism going. Reptiles. Anyway, this is where the river empties into the ocean, and this is the river in low tide. somebody's got a picnic table, and normally that picnic table would be under what looks like about 10 feet of water. I think the water is usually about 10 feet higher, maybe on the high tide. But normally the water comes up to where none of this sand is visible. And who knows, maybe today the water that's left in the middle might not be that deep. Maybe possible to cross. But once you cross, you start more beach. And there's the beach actually goes once you get around there, it actually starts to go inward on the other side of the this jungle growth. It starts to go in. And there's a road that actually brings you out into this area, and every once in a while I'll see cars on that shore, or an SUV, just one, not several, maybe one or two sometimes, that pull up there to camp. Lots of coconut trees and everything. And it is not beyond the nature of this place to find a crocodile. I don't know if they're crocodiles or alligators or caimans, but that family of creatures out here. They're not very common in these parts, but they are in the region, and once in a while they stray into the area. And I'm starting to think now that a low tide day like this would probably make any of the ones that usually hide out in the water, it would make them more visible because there's less water to hide in. They might even come out more if they're here. I don't know. This is the desolate side of the beach, and there's plenty of it. And then the other half, actually the smaller half of the beach, is where the restaurants and people set up. That's the side, the far side there is the side closer to town. And this side gets you away from town. Now, when you cross here, you'll run into another stretch of beach, and somewhere along that stretch of the beach they also have beachfront restaurants. And the water in the area that curves back towards those hills, that water is even more shallow than here. Here, normally you can walk out a pretty good distance and still have your head above water while your feet are still on the ground or the sand underwater. Whereas over there, you can walk out just about the same distance and still have your knees above water. And there's less wave action. It curves in more of a bay going in there, so it's more sheltered, more shallow. The waves don't really get in there, or they're probably broken up by where it begins to get shallow, and the shallowness just stretches all the way in. There is a narrow stretch in there that's deeper, because you do see boats going in, but not bigger boats. They're all small. I think they're cautious about the shallowness of the water. But very beautiful. It's a coconut world out here, and lots of room. Mexico.